joy down in my heart. I got that joy, got that joy down in my heart. I got that joy, got that joy down in my heart. I got that joy, got that joy down in my heart. I got that joy, got that joy down in my heart. I got that joy, got that joy down in my heart. And I am overwhelmed, overwhelmed by you. Earthly chains can hold me, you'll see me through. 'Cause you have been my strength at every hour. And the fear that held me captive has lost its power. And I will be joyful, joyful. Love has made a way. Joyful, joyful, your presence I will stay. Joyful, joyful, love has made a way. Joyful, joyful, I'll never be the same. And I will lift my hands in victory. My eyes are finally open, and it's you I see. And I will be joyful, joyful. Love has made a way. Joyful, joyful. Your presence I will stay. Joyful, joyful. Love has made a way. Joyful, joyful. I'll never be the same. I got that joy down in my heart. 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 And I will be joyful, joyful. Love has made a way. Joyful, joyful. Your presence I will stay. Joyful, joyful. Love has made a way. Joyful, joyful. I'll never be the same. And I will be joyful, joyful. Love has made a way. Joyful, joyful. Your presence I will stay. Joyful, joyful. Love has made a way. Joyful, joyful. I'll never be the same. 'Cause I got that joy down in my heart. 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 Yeah.
We read in His Word that the joy of the Lord is our strength. It's such a good reminder when we sing songs that remind us that His joy is truly our strength, that we can face circumstances and have the joy of the Lord in our lives. We read in John 15:11, says, I have told you that this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. My command is this, that you love each other as I have loved you. You know, as I was talking about joy this afternoon, what I really wanted to focus on is a quote from one of our beloved former presidents, Teddy Roosevelt, where he says that comparison is the thief of joy. And often in our society, we compare ourselves to one another, the size of our house, what kind of car we drive, what color our hair is, how our clothes fit, what brand they are, all of those things, what our occupation is. We compare ourselves to one another, and yet Teddy told us that comparison is the thief of joy. And in our season, in our world, I think that the lack of joy is so much greater than we can even imagine. And you think about the joy of a child, how they laugh freely, and you see the giggles in the open mouth of their face as they throw their head back and just laugh. They have no idea that they may be 3 months older than the baby next to them, or their hair may be longer, or their clothes may be more stylish. They don't care. They have a joy that is complete. And I don't know if you've watched Storage Wars or not, but one of the things I found very unique is that as they rummage through these storage containers, what happens is they find these rare items, these things that no one else has, and that is where the value is found. Yet as humans, we try to find our value in who we look like, who we sound like, who we act like, and we're actually devaluing ourselves and how God created us in comparison. We're actually stealing the joy that is given to us so freely by God. Joy is found in Jesus. It's not by measuring ourselves to what society says that we should be or what we should look like. It's found in measuring ourselves to who Christ is. It's not even found in what we can do or what we bring to Jesus. It's found by simply accepting this joy. You know, there's a prayer that I love to pray every time before I sing. And it says, God, let your light be seen, let your breath be felt, and let your voice be heard. One of the reasons I love saying this prayer is because I know that within myself and me, Bridgette, I can't measure up. I'm never going to be pretty enough. I'm never going to sound good enough. And I'm never going to be enough when I'm comparing myself to others around me. So what do? I submit what I have, the gifts that God has entrusted me with. I submit them openly to Him. And I acknowledge that what they need is not my voice. It's not my light. And it's not my breath. They need to feel His breath, that same breath that breathed through the dry bones and they awoke. They need to see His light, the light that illuminates and penetrates the darkness. And they need to hear His voice louder than every other voice so they can know that they are found and they are loved. It reminds me of a time that I was asked to sing for the Texas Rangers for an American League Championship Series game. And, you know, in myself, I would be so nervous. I remember that October night, game 2. I don't know if you're a baseball fan, but Nelly Cruz hit a walk-off grand slam that night, and the Rangers took the game. That night was a still October night. There wasn't any breeze blowing across the field. And I remember as I walked down through the tunnel, the security tunnels, and as you walk up to sing for the Rangers in their old stadium, it's going to be different now, you walk up under the tunnel and you walk up and you see that the field is level with your eyes. Just 2 seconds before I'd take that staircase, I had said this prayer: God, let your breath be felt, let your voice be heard, and let your light be seen. And I walked up those steps and I looked out to the field and I felt a gentle breeze blow across the field. And I began to see the American flag above the stadium begin to wave in the wind. And I knew in that moment that God had answered this prayer, that His breath was being felt across this field, this baseball stadium filled with 54,000 people in a standing room only, that it was going to be His light that they saw, and it was going to be His voice that they heard. When I walked up to home plate and stood there as the Fox cameras were right in my face, I wasn't concerned with what I looked like. I wasn't concerned with whether I was going to hit every right note. It was a moment of leading worship because I had surrendered who I was to who He is. It was a moment I'll never forget, hearing 54,000 voices sing in one accord, God bless America. I tell that story because I want you to know that it was a joy like no other, because it was a joy not found in how well I performed or how pretty I looked or how the light hit my hair. It was a joy that was found because I disappeared. It was a joy that was found because his breath was felt, his light was seen, his voice was heard. That's my prayer for you as you sing this song over and over again, that even if you're caught up in comparison, that you would lay those things down, that you would come to an acknowledgement and know that you are valued not because you look like somebody, not because you sound like somebody, because you are rare, that you are uniquely gifted and created in the image of God, and there is not another one like you. So my friend, dance in the joy of the Lord, because you are rare and you are amazing and God loves you.